Welcome to Subramani. I'm going to talk about a very complicated topic where there is greed, fear, adaptation, competition, cross industry comparison, social comparison, etc. A lot of things. So I really wouldn't be able to title this very correctly. So you're seeing some title and what content you're going to see could be different. So what happens is some industries get compensated extremely well. So if you take the 1940s, 50s, the film star used to get compensated very well compared to many other professions, right? So whether it was Devanand, Madhubala, Vaida Rahman or S.G. Burman, Kishore Da, people of that genre, obviously they were compensated very well, which meant one thing. A small community was being paid very well, so therefore there was tremendous competition to get into that. Even today that level of competition is there, but the society has resisted and created other people who are also earning in, if not comparable terms, but near comparable terms, right? So television came and reduced the need for movie stars, because suddenly movies were being made in every nook and corner. The importance of something like a Bollywood will keep decreasing because somebody will start making movies in UP, in Tamil Nadu, in Andhra Pradesh, in Kerala, all those places. So today in Hindi movie industry has competition. It is not able to adapt, and in spite of taking the help of mafia and all that, they will not be able to stop the powers that are going to dismantle them. Now look at it this way: is there greed? Of course there is greed. A Hindi film hero thinks he should be paid 100 crores for doing a movie. Whether the movie makes money, it does not make money. Let's not get into those numbers. Now somebody from other states, suppose somebody is willing to work for 10 crores or 5 crores or 7.5 crores, you see a dramatic cut happening in the biggest cost that you have, and you realize that somebody from here is able to make a movie which is also grossing similar amounts without having to pay such a vulgar amount. So what happens is, as a society, you start resisting being exploited by some industry which says, no, this is the price, this is what we have to pay. So the importance of that industry will keep going down. Take the case of cricket. Right? If there is excess cricket, if there is an IPL tournament happening every year, if there are other tournaments happening every year, the importance of each cricketer is going to go down. So the gap between the best paid cricketer and the worst paid cricketer will be huge, but there will be many people around this figure of the best paid cricketer. So the best paid cricketer, the comparison would not be just one and the others won't be so far away. There will be people at various levels. So your ability to, suppose players were listed entities, would you be long on Virat Kohli or short on Virat Kohli? I would not have Virat Kohli in my portfolio anymore. I would be looking at some startups, right? So I would not even be looking at Jadejas of the world. I would be going to the nets, or I will be going to the IPL team auctions to see which is the talent that is on offer. So that will be more like a private equity funding, because you don't know anything. There's not enough data unless you seek it. Right? So greed starts from the fact that you think that, oh, I'm a cricketer, so I should be paid so much. I'm a merchant banker, so I should be paid so much. Same talent, when a person works as an accountant in a manufacturing company, he thinks he needs to be paid X amount, whereas when he works as in investment banking or in broking or in fund management, he thinks he should be paid 4 or 5x the amount. There will be resistance. How is the resistance? Well, people will go and put money in an index fund. People will put money in an AIF. People will put money in a PMS. People will do all those kind of things. Will the compensation structure remain the same? No, compensation structure will change. I know one CEO who had been negotiated good salary and given a stake in the company rather than being given more upfront cash, saying, look, you go create value and take it, right? So that is how, so compensation is in terms of ESOP, right? So people will get paid. Yes, people will get paid. There will be greed to it. People will want to be paid more. But the promoter will say, okay, I'll pay you so much, and the remaining comes from a value that you create, and therefore you capture it and take, because even the promoter is worried about competition, adaptation and what the society thinks whether they need this product at all, right? For example, I've always been saying, would Uber have been successful or would Zomato have been successful 25 years earlier, when people thought every rupee mattered and they would walk an extra mile to buy their vegetables and fruits, right? So would it have been a success? I doubt whether it would have been a success, because those days maybe people worried about it, because on a 5,000 rupee salary they were spending 2,000 rupees on household expenses. Today the household expenses have not gone up as much as the salary has gone up, so the percentage has shrunk, so the need to pay attention has gone down. Sorry, I am digressing a little bit. But also in terms of compensation, how much will you pay a cricketer today is the function of how much you will pay a film star, right? So these are the comparable professions. A top end professional cricketer and a top film star would be earning more or less the same amount, assuming the level of success is the same. But film star can have longer life and a cricketer may have a shorter life. But again, this could be wrong. Somebody could have a short life in the film industry, somebody could live long in the cricketing industry also, right? Sachin Tendulkar had 24 years of cricket. I doubt whether anybody else will have that long life in cricket today. But yes, all these things will matter, and all these things will matter as far as compensation is concerned. Why am I talking about compensation? Because the compensation will be reduced by competition. There is a Virat Kohli chasing Sachin Tendulkar, there will be somebody else chasing a Virat Kohli, so the life for earning Virat Kohli is reduced or shrunk. Now same thing happens even in corporates, right? Amazon has stayed on for a very long period of time because Amazon has been able to guess two things: people will want more variety, people will want a lower and lower price, and people will want excellent service. Were we very happy that you could order something and you could get it in 3 days? Now people want it in 10 minutes. People want to start cooking, people want to order groceries, start cooking, and by the time you light the gas, you want the groceries to be supplied. Is it an unreasonable demand? I don't know whether the market demanded it or just the competition, just to distinguish between each other, started saying we will deliver in 10 minutes, we will deliver in 30 minutes, and all those impossible to believe deadlines were set up, and people are happy with that service. Do you think we will reach a stage when you will call up and say, nahi, mujhe koi jaldi nahi hai, aaram se bhejo? You will not do that. Your expectations of services has again gone up. So, a lot of these things are happening. Also the feeling that I have got into this profession, I have got so educated, so I have to be paid well and I have to make a lot of money. Wrong, completely wrong. Somebody like me who has been there for 20, 30 years, 40 years in investments may not be considered, younger people may not consider, because I could just go and say, why should you have a coffee in a Starbucks? That money also could get invested. But somebody else could say, you could have coffee in Starbucks, you could have the best car, you could have your children going to Ivy League and retire at 40. There is somebody willing to say that also. I have no clue how that will happen, but the person saying that will get more popular than the person not saying that, right? So what will get more popular, what will get compensated for, how long will the compensation say, how will the competition catch up, who will adapt, who will not be able to adapt. You have to be able to know many of these things for making money, right? So the question is, and the ability to sit tight during long periods of time when everybody will tell you this model is dead, it is no longer working, and you have to decide whether that model will work and not work, and you have to have the luck or vision to be able to stick on to it. So all these things are important, and also the kind of reward that you get for taking that risk, you want the reward to keep going up, right? If this is success, compensation, rewards are also addicting like alcohol and money, right? So once you do a transaction, you earn 5%, you're no longer happy with 5%, you want to do more. You did a 10,000 rupee transaction, now you want to do a 10 lakh rupee transaction because you think you will make more money. The need for getting more, faster and higher is always there, and it is constant. Every email that you get is urging you to become a faster runner, a better writer, what have you. Everywhere they want to improve you, right? You cannot even say oh, this is laid back approach that I'm going to take. That's not going to happen. So everybody around you will keep pushing. You yourself will start pushing yourself because your friends are going ahead, or whatever it means. Your friend has got 28 crores, you got 23 crores, so you're miserable, right? All these things happen. And then we start deluding ourselves that, oh, I deserve all this luck. So what if I got $1 million bonus? My friend got 1.1, right? So we start justifying ourselves. So the financial compensation for people in the BFSI space, in software, in some parts of the pharma space, right? It is unbelievable, and all of us can justify all the compensation that we get, saying, oh, we took risk and things like that. So it has to happen. Well, things will change. Once upon a time, one profession was being paid way above the society average. Now this has not come down, but many people here have gone up, right? So you could be making a TV serial and you could be making so much money. You could be playing cricket and making money. You could be making videos on YouTube and you could be making a lot more money. So the gap is reducing. I'm not saying the gap will ever go away. So consider all these things when you are investing in a company. Will people be interested? Will people pay? How long will people pay? Is it sustainable? If the price falls down, what will you do? You bought Zomato at 160 rupees thinking it's fantastic, it's going to make a lot of money. Maybe it is going to make a lot of money. Maybe it was a great buy at 160 rupees, but that you will know only after 10 years. Right now, the reality is the price came down to 70 rupees, right? Which was very close to the issue price. So the question is, should you buy more at 80? Should you not buy? Should you sell and run away? All your decisions put together, the changes in society, the way people look at certain businesses, certain compensation, etc. All this together is going to make you money. I never said it's easy. Thank you.